There are so many coding agents these days. You've got Claude Code, Codex, OpenCode, Anti-Gravity, Klein, and a bunch more showing up every few weeks. They're good tools, but almost all of them ask for money somewhere. Either you pay a monthly subscription, or you buy credits, or you have to bring your own API key and pay the model provider directly. So before you even test if the thing is any good, you're already pulling out a card or signing up for something. FreeBuff is different in one simple way. You don't pay anything, you don't bring your own key, and you don't connect a provider. You install it, you run it, and it just works. FreeBuff handles the model and all the back-end stuff for you. The only thing you'll see in return is small text ads inside the terminal while it works. That's the whole deal. No subscription, no credits, no card. I've been looking into how it actually works, who built it, and whether free really means free here. So let me walk you through it. FreeBuff is the free version of codebuff, and that part matters more than people think. codebuff is an open-source coding agent that's been around for a while, and it doesn't work like one model trying to do everything by itself. It splits the work across smaller agents that hand tasks to each other. One agent scans your code to understand the structure. Another plans which files need to change and in what order. Another writes the edits, and another checks the result. The team behind it claims that on their own tests across more than 175 coding tasks, this setup scored 61% against Claude Code's 53%. That's their own number, so I'd take it lightly until someone outside the company runs the same test. But the basic idea makes sense. Splitting the job usually gives you better understanding of the project and fewer silly mistakes than one model guessing at the whole thing. Installing it takes about 2 commands. You open your terminal and run npm install-g freebuff. Then go into your project folder and type freebuff. That's it. You need Node installed because it's an npm package. No config file, no API keys, no provider login. It runs on Mac, Linux, and Windows. Once it opens, you just describe what you want in plain English, and it can read your code, make changes, run commands, and work through the task with you, instead of dumping a wall of text you have to paste somewhere yourself. Compare that to the others for a second. With Claude Code, you're tied to Anthropic's models, and you're paying for them. With Codex, you're inside the OpenAI world and paying there. A lot of the open tools, like OpenCode or Klein, are free to download, but they're empty without a key. So you still end up paying a provider like OpenRouter or OpenAI to actually use them. FreeBuff removes that whole step. The model is already wired up and paid for on their end. For someone who just wants to try a coding agent without doing math on token costs first, that's a real difference. The thing I genuinely like is how little it asks of you. A lot of these tools have turned into a settings menu with a coding agent attached. Modes, model routers, provider configs, custom rule files, a pile of toggles you have to learn before you get any value out of it. FreeBuff went the other way on purpose. No modes, no config, it just runs. If you only want to get one small change done without studying the tool for an hour, that's worth a lot. The site also claims a 5 to 10 times speed up, and they tie that to 2 things: faster models, and pulling the right context in seconds instead of grinding through your whole project. I haven't benchmarked that myself, so I won't repeat the number like it's proven. But the logic holds. If the file finding step is quick and the model is light, the whole loop just feels faster than a heavy agent that thinks for 30 seconds before it touches anything. On features, it's more loaded than you'd expect from a free tool. You can point it at a specific file using the @ symbol and the file name, so you aim it straight at what you care about, instead of hoping it finds the right thing. You can also call a specific agent with the @ symbol and an agent name. There's a bash mode where you run terminal commands using an exclamation mark before the command or by typing /bash. It keeps chat history, so you can pick up an old conversation with /history. You can drop a knowledge.md file into your project to give it standing context about how things work, and /init will create a starter one for you. There's even a light and dark theme toggle. The README lists 9 specialized subagents in total, covering things like file picking, code review, and deep thinking. Models are where it gets more interesting and where you need to slow down a little. For the main coding work, FreeBuff lets you pick between a few options. There's DeepSeek V4 Pro, which they call the smartest of the group, plus Kimi K2.6, Minimax M2.7, and DeepSeek V4 Flash for lighter, faster jobs. File finding and research run on Gemini 3.1 Flash Lite. And if you want, you can connect your own ChatGPT subscription to unlock GPT 5.4 for the heavy planning and review steps. So it's not one cheap model doing the whole thing. Different models handle different parts of the job, which is a smarter design than it looks at first. Also, FreeBuff says it doesn't train on your data and only uses providers that don't train on requests, so your code stays yours. But they're honest that DeepSeek V4 Pro is the exception. Its API collects data for training. So if you're working on private company code or anything you can't afford to leak, don't just grab the strongest model because it's the strongest. Read the label on the one you picked. The rest are fine on that front, but that one isn't. And clicking through without checking is how people accidentally hand their work to a training pipeline. None of the big paid tools really have this exact problem, since you're usually paying a provider with a clear no training policy. So this is one spot where free comes with a little extra homework. There's also a limited mode, which is basically the free tier acting like a free tier. When you're not in an active connected state, you get a capped version of the experience. It's not a hard wall, but it's a reminder that the ads are doing the heavy lifting to keep this running, and the most generous behavior shows up when you bring your ChatGPT connection into the mix. Let me actually run something so you can see it work. I'll ask it a simple question. What is the purpose of this project, and which tech stack it's built on? I type that in, hit enter, and it starts working. After a few seconds, it comes back with a real answer. It tells me this is a healthcare project. The front end is built with React.js and Tailwind, and it lists out a few more details about how the project is put together. You can see a small text ad banner show up below while it runs. So it didn't just guess. It actually read through the files, understood the layout, and gave me something accurate. That's the kind of first test I'd run with any agent, because if it can't even tell me what the project is, I'm not going to trust it to change anything. The tool itself is available in all countries, so you can install and use it pretty much anywhere. But the full mode, the better, less limited experience, is only available in select countries right now. So depending on where you are, you might be stuck on the capped version. The privacy story depends fully on which model you pick. And the ads, even though they're just text, are still ads in your workspace, which some people will dislike on principle. The biggest honest limitation, though, is the models. There are no frontier models here. You're not getting Claude Opus. You're not getting GPT-5 level reasoning. You're not getting Gemini Pro. The main coding models are DeepSeek, Kimi, and Minimax. These are solid, fast, and good enough for a lot of everyday tasks. But on hard problems, tricky bugs, or large refactors, they're not going to match what the top-paid agents give you. So, who should actually use this? If you're a student, a hobbyist, or someone learning to code and you don't want a bill attached, this is honestly one of the best free options out there. Same if you're doing small projects, scripts, simple websites, prototypes, the kind of work where you don't need the absolute smartest model in the room. You install it, you start, and it handles everything. But if you're a professional working on a serious codebase, or you're handling private company code, or your tasks regularly need top-tier reasoning, then a paid agent with a frontier model is going to serve you better, and the privacy terms will be clearer too. I'm not going to pretend this replaces the paid tools, because it doesn't. It's a different thing for a different person. Alright, so that's it from the video, and I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, please like this video and subscribe to the channel, and I'll see you in the next video.